It's number 3 on Patreon week 11. This one is from our beloved Alina, all the way in Sweden. This is an artist that I've never heard of, but this name looks familiar. Ghost. And apparently they're huge, 3 million subscribers.
Pretty huge. How many views on this vid?
And this is live in Tampa, 2022.
I'd say let's go.
Let's go.
It's a song that my papa used to sing, actually. You might like this one.
So
that Mariana is something that's been like either sampled or something like repeatedly that I feel like, or is like a TikTok song or something.
It doesn't ring any bells.
My bell was wrong.
Joe's bell was wrong. All right. I think it's
Ghost.
I think it's fascinating that a band could be this big, playing live shows this recently, that big in the country that I live in. And I've never heard of them. That just blows my mind. And you know, we're relatively connected to music through this channel and in our personal lives. Like we listen to music, but I've never once heard of Ghost. Not once.
Ghost.
I know nothing about it.
Is a Swedish rock band.
That's why I don't know.
2006.
But this is Tampa, Florida. You know.
No, this is Tampa, northern
Sweden. Yeah. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, they're freaking popular.
How long? 2006 they started?
The song is that Circe?
Oh yeah, Formation.
Earned the band a Grammy for Best Metal Performance in 2016.
I mean, they've got a fun. They're all wearing these outfits. They're all pretty anonymous. The band members.
You kind of got this.
It's got this cult
sort of
vibe.
ringleader here with the makeup on,
and then they got the stained glass windows in the background on the stage.
Pretty Beetlejuice looking.
Which I love the stained glass windows.
I do too.
That's a really cool look.
It's kind of like Catholic church look.
Yeah, so they kind of got this culty thing, and it appears they have a cult following.
They definitely have a
big
following.
Show.
That's like an arena.
Couple thousand people at least.
That's an arena.
Yeah.
This is a straight up arena, and it's full-ish, at least pretty full. I didn't confirm it was all full, but
yeah,
it's like a small arena.
There's at least 5,000 people there
for sure.
And that's wow.
That's 5,000 more people than I'd pull in Tampa.
Now I'm curious about this band. What? Wow, it just kind of blows my mind that I've never even heard of them. All right, let's keep it going.
Ross.
Was that a weed joke at the end? What did you say, marijuana?
Yeah, a little, puff pass, brother. You know,
It's gone a little West Coast there. Huh?
oh, I know. Doesn't he know he's on the East Coast?
Yeah.
Well, he is on the West Coast of Florida.
That's true. That makes more sense. So,
Get a little geography in there. He kind of looks like Apocalypse.
okay, yeah, like an X-Man.
Yeah. But also, these guys are making me think all of like Slipknot or something with their gas masks on.
Uh-huh.
Although I don't know if anyone in Slipknot wore a gas mask.
One of them did.
One of them did. They had a lot of they had a lot of different masks on.
Yeah, Slipknot's a little different vibe than this.
You know what, Mike? I'm gonna have to go ahead and agree with you. I
Just-
think the type of music Slipknot plays is just
slightly
it's just-
different vibe.
It's slightly. If you don't know anything about Slipknot, just look up any song by them, and you might understand what we're getting at here.
Slightly different.
It'll make more sense if you hear one of their songs.
So what's also kind of fascinating to me is, okay, so you said this band started in 2006. They formed in Sweden 2006. This is 2022, live in Tampa, and a lot of these people they're zooming in on, I don't know if they're like plucking out specifically young kids, but they look young.
So
Like, it's not just like, oh, like this seems like something more our age would be into, because like we were teenagers in 2016. But like it looks like there's teenagers in this crowd.
yeah, I
mean,
really,
2006.
I really do think this song blew up on like
TikTok?
TikTok recently.
Okay. But this is 2022. Yeah.
Fairly recently.
So that could be like a mother type situation, you're saying.
Could be, or they're just really freaking popular. I don't know.
Well,
It's not mentioning this song at all. So
either way, they're really popular.
yeah.
And it's got me curious. The other thing I was going to say, I'm very curious to hear the studio version of this song because the vocal mix is a little distant in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think because it's in an arena and there's so much reverb and sound reflection in an arena, it can be sometimes tough to get the vocal to pop. But what do you got there?
This is their okay. So this song was from their album in 2019.
Okay, so this is a newer song.
In 2022, Mariana Cross charted in the top 40 of 13 European countries after trending on TikTok. Because that's the one thing I've heard, and I haven't heard any other part of this song besides that Mariana.
It's a clever little twist of words because it sounds like you're saying the name Mariana, but
Yeah.
it's Mary Anna Cross.
But
That's
I'm sure
interesting.
it seems they're pretty popular outside of that, but that's the only thing that I knew them from.
I mean, it would be one thing if this was like Stockholm and this was their biggest show. That
Oh,
played,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But this
exactly.
is Tampa,
this is huge.
Florida. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're
what?
huge. They have 3 million subscribers.
This isn't even like
People have
New York.
locked into this group.
Yeah, yeah. And
I know. This isn't even New York.
It's not New York
Tampa?
or Los Angeles.
This
It's
is like a weird, like, huge Tampa following.
yeah, like
I mean, or they're just freaking huge. I mean,
we've
that's it.
toured extensively all over the country, and like New York and LA always or Chicago would sell the most tickets.
Yeah,
Then
it's most people.
We'd go down to Florida and sell like 25 tickets in Tampa. You know, it's
I
like
know, Tampa's not the
it's
biggest city.
It's a tougher market than other cities. So like to see this,
So to pull what looks to be like a fairly like a medium-sized arena.
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I mean, this is like them packing out the Blue Cross Arena in Rochester, New York.
It's pretty sweet. Good for them.
I mean,
Ghost.
there could be like 10,000 people in there.
How did they snag that name up? Really? No band named themselves Ghost until 2006? That seems like almost impossible.
That does seem impossible.
Good for them. All right.
That does seem impossible.
Yeah,
I'm starting to.
Actually, you know what?
The
I don't believe
conspiracy is now.
believe any of this. Is this
Hollywood
AI?
plant?
Yep. Yeah. None of this exists. All right. Well, thank you to Alina
That was
for
really cool.
introducing
Love the
us.
outfits. Amazing to learn something new like this.
Yeah. That was fun. All right. Thank you, Alina. See you in the next one.